Alright, so Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This is a pretty sweet game. I think I was talking trash about it in the Assassin's Creed 1 walkthrough, but it's actually pretty fun. So we're gonna hang out, we're gonna play a little bit of this. Basically what we're gonna be doing is nothing spoiler as per the usual, but we're gonna be pretty much engaging in the acts of pirating. Sort of. I mean, we're not pirates, we're fighting the pirates. We will be fighting other people other than pirates, but mostly it's just going to be ship combat. Nothing spoiler related, just going to be hanging out on the ship with the mateys. Just, fighting some pirates. These are pirates. Oh, that was a critical. Totally killed that guy. I'm sure he's fine, though. I'm sure he's fine. Yeah, so we do have the rest of the crew over here got to take out. They're on fire. Yeah, this is pretty much what it's like. It's a lot like Black Flag. If you've ever played that game, it's a lot like that. The only big difference, obviously, is cannons. They replace it with javelins and arrows. Ramming is still a feature. This dude's ramming the crap out of us right there, but that's okay. They're small. They're not doing a whole lot of damage. He's pretty much resorting to just ramming, it looks like. This one's brace. There we go. And then drill the javelins. That's going all glitchy, but he's dead, so that's okay. And I think that might have done it. Yeah, they're doing it. And then you can do the boarding thing, just like in Black Flag. So, yeah, but the bow and arrow is way more prevalent in this game than in Black Flag. So what I like to do is soften them up a little bit. And usually you can kill a few this way, just especially with the bow and arrow, and you use something like the spread shot or multi-shot. I'm using multi-shot. Spread shot is also probably a good one. I don't have that one because I was like, you probably don't need both, right? And this is what combat looks like, or at least this is what it looks like when you're not doing very good. But luckily these guys aren't too tough. You knock them off. I don't remember if you can do that in Black Flag, but if you knock them off, it's pretty much instant death. I mean, he's alive, but it's over. He'll drown because we're about to sink the ship. When you leave the ship after boarding, it sinks, so he's not getting back. He's done. Usually your crew goes over there and fights with you, but I guess they weren't feeling it this time. So, yeah, so basically that was just a small ship. We'll be seeing a lot of different ships, and one of the big things, I'd say the biggest reward for fighting different ships, or any ship, is the resources you get. And we'll see a little bit about that here. What I'm doing is I'm basically setting us up to ram this guy right through the middle, and that gives you bonus materials. I think it's mostly wood. I think you just get wood. And wood and fur or pelts is pretty much like the big ones. Those are the two big materials. They're not the rarest. They're actually the most common. But you use them so much in your upgrading, and there's a big emphasis on upgrading. That's a merchant ship. So we're not going to attack him. We'll look for bigger fish and someone who fights back. I don't think merchant ships fight back. I don't know. I've never actually fought a merchant ship. I never thought it was worth it. So yeah, but you upgrading there's a big emphasis on upgrading stuff. So you gotta basically hoard materials, or save up. You can buy them too. And basically it comes down, when you're doing the ship stuff, that's the best way to get wood. It comes down to whether you want to board them to get items. You can get items like weapons and armor that you can keep if you want, but usually I sell. And you can basically decide whether you want the wood to ram them down the middle and get all kinds of wood, or board them and get a pretty decent amount of wood from the chests, and also get an item which you can sell later for fur or pelts. I can't remember I don't think it says in the start menu either, so we're not gonna bother. So let's see what this guy is. What is this guy? He's got like a different thing. This is basically Ethereans, so we'll fight the Ethereans. This game, it wants you to pick sides, but at the same time it doesn't really care which side you pick. It's kind of weird. Oh, I hit him on accident. I was going for the big guy, but that's okay. We'll just get into it. This should be a pretty good fight. I don't know if I've ever gotten into a fight with this many people before, so that's going to be kind of cool. Maybe they'll actually, maybe they'll kill us. I mean, I am doing a Let's Play, and usually I die during Let's Plays. I always seem to mess it up. Now, when it comes with javelins, I usually, you can aim with arrows. You can see I'm aiming right now. With javelins, they don't have a very good reach, so usually I just get close, and if you press the trigger, they'll kind of hone in for you and do the work for you. Now, one thing I do recommend is that you stick with one target, because if your health does get low, then you can pick a target and since they'll be like, see, this guy's almost dead, and you regain health when you know, kill a guy or kill a ship, like after boarding, or if you just shot him random, loot him, whatever. So see, we're half health. Let's board this guy, or these guys, I guess. And you'll see after we're done, we'll regain ship health. I think it always goes back to full, but I'm not totally sure. I'm pretty sure it's always full. So let's whittle these guys down a little bit. I'm out of charges for my special abilities, and so let's just get in here and get into the fighting. I found there's like it kind of uses a similar system to like Breath of the Wild, where like you have some fighting tactics where like you can dodge or you can parry, and I'd say either are optimal in Breath of the Wild, but in this game, I'd say the best option is definitely the parry. You definitely want to be parrying. You can throw some arrows out there if you want, but the parry, dodging takes like some really good skill to get working, but the parry, you have like a really good parry. See, that was a parry what I just did there. Basically, when they flash white, they'll like sparkle for a second. You hit both the bumpers in, and you can parry, and then follow up with some massive heavy attacks, and that usually knocks them down. Then you get in some more heavy attacks. These are all heavy attacks. You have like light attacks and heavies. These are all heavies. So we're just like tearing this guy, and then when they glow red, you just want to get out of the way, and that's usually when you want to do the dodge move. But it's, you know, I'm not very good at getting the perfect dodges, but you can do pretty good at getting those parries. I think basically if you parry, you'll get a perfect parry. I don't even know if there is a difference. There is a perfect dodge. It'll like slow down time, and then you get some extra hits in. But it's usually not that good. You can't get too many hits in for time runs out. And then also, what was I going to say? I went blank. Also, when you're doing a parry, you have the chance to like knock, if they're a weaker enemy, you can basically knock them down, and then get some extra hits in while they're trying to get up. Oh, I hit the wrong bumper trying to brace. That's okay. Let's throw some fire spears. So basically, as soon as you get anything fire, you want to be using it, because it does like fire buildup damage and stuff like that. You see these dudes are taking some massive hits from the fire damage. This dude's moving in for the ram, but that's okay. We'll brace right here. He did a little bit. We'll hit him a little bit extra, and then let's see if we can't ram these guys into a board. Yeah. Oh no, wait. We went right down the middle. I guess that was enough damage to just straight up kill him. And that gives us a lot of wood when you do that, when you ram them down the middle. I think you have to ram them down the middle in order for it to give you the maximum amount. And you'll know when you do it, because it'll do like a little cutscene like that. It'll kind of zoom in on the ship and be like, oh, you're f***ed. So that's how you'll know that you've done it right. This is a pretty big Aetherian ship. I don't know if I've fought one this big. But we're getting them. We're doing pretty good. You're usually, once you get into the swing of it, you're usually pretty good at it. I haven't ran into a ship, you know, at least on the same level as me, that was all that difficult. Basically, their biggest advantage is numbers. As you can see, they were doing pretty good there at the start. They got me down to half health, but then we managed to kill one. If we weren't focusing on one, then we would have been in trouble, because then we wouldn't have had one to fall back on to regain health like we did. See, when I was at half health, I boarded that one ship, and we regained health, and we were totally fine. So there you see, some of our guys are joining in on the fight. So I guess we can get in here, and we'll fight the captain guy, I guess. I like the staff. This is what I'm using now. There's a few different weapons to pick from. I always prefer the staff. Oh, there's a bad block there, because I think that was one of our teammates there. I thought they also sparkle. It's kind of, oh, I'm on fire. They have pits here. But yeah, your teammates also sparkle when they do big attacks or small attacks and stuff like that. So sometimes you'll end up in situations like me where I'll block and I'm blocking nothing because I thought he was a bad guy. Sometimes you can't tell. But yeah, so but we're doing pretty good. We get some poison out here, do some elemental damage. I don't know if any of the other Assassin's Creed games have elemental damage. It's like this. You have to, oh, there was the perfect dodge. So you go slow. You basically want to get some hits in, but you usually can't get too many of them in, so it's not that big of a deal. I like the parry. Plus, it's a lot easier to get the parry going. So yeah, poison works kind of like in Borderlands, where I think it is Borderlands. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but like, no, maybe it's not. Maybe they have something in Borderlands. I think it's like purple or something. I can't remember. I haven't played Borderlands 2 in a long time. Borderlands 3 didn't look good, so I didn't pick it up. But they have something where, like, it's purple, and you cover them in purple junk, and it makes them weak. But I know they have corrosive damage, but I don't think it is corrosive, because I thought I remember it being purple, but I don't remember the name of it. So, yeah, it's kind of like that, where basically when you poison them, it'll do a little bit of damage, but the big benefit is that it opens them up to additional damage, and I think it makes them more susceptible to criticals. And when you do damage on them, it'll flash yellow. That lets you know you did a critical, like did extra damage. So there's some Spartans over there. Maybe we can go and fight them. We've been fighting Athens, so there's some Athens. Maybe we'll mix it up and we'll go and we'll fight some Spartans. So you can hear the crew singing, probably not super well, but yeah, they're doing the shanties. They brought the shanties back. Of course, you had to do that. That was like the highlight. That was probably the biggest requested feature to be returned after Black Flag, right? Because it's like the best feature that was in Black Flag was the shanties. Unfortunately, they're not as good, and there's not as many in this game. Probably for the simple fact that boat stuff, ship stuff, it's prevalent. It's just not like super prevalent in this game. It's like half of the game, where I'd say Black Flag is mostly all of the game. But you know, it is what it is. We got some massive hits in there. That's something that's really good with the Athenians. You know, you get the upper hand on them and the Spartans, because they don't attack you right out of the gate like pirates. Pirates are hostile towards anyone, but Athenians and Spartans won't attack anyone right out of the gate. They wait for you to initiate combat, which is kind of nice, so you can get some cheap hits in there. Basically, we got in a free ram, and we were already charged up with fire javelins and arrows, so I just let them have it. So we did some pretty good damage there right out of the gate. So let's go ahead and board them, I guess, and get into the fight. I'll switch over to daggers. There's a few different weapons you can use. I guess we'll show off the daggers. I think the daggers might be the best in the... Wow, that dude went freaking flying. He landed on our ship. I've never seen that before. But yeah, I think the daggers might be the best, where they attack so fast, and if you're using heavy attacks usually stagger enemies. So where you attack so fast with heavy attacks, you can just keep staggering them, and pretty much the only way they can get out of a stagger is if they use an unblockable attack, which is where they glow red. And basically, that's basically what you do. You just heavy attack them, stagger them until they do something like that, and you know, you basically repeat the process. The only problem with the daggers is they do very little damage. So if you mix them, you have to basically mix them with poison, which I'm not doing. There I go. And you know, that opens them up to additional damage from the poison, and also they get, you know, over time damage from the poison. There's a perfect dodge. Really hard to do. I basically get them on random, never on purpose. So let's see the parry. It lasts forever. Like the block, you basically block. You do a parry. It's kind of like blocking, but it always ends in a parry. You know, you don't have to like hit them right as they go to attack you. You just have to put up the swords or the shield or daggers, or not shield, but like a staff or whatever you got equipped. Basically put that up right as they're about to attack you, and you're good. You got the parry, and that leaves them widely open to attack. Usually if they're a weaker enemy, it'll knock them down, and then you can follow up with some massive hits while they're on the ground. And usually your teammates will dogpile on them too, which is kind of funny. See, here's this guy that went crazy. He like went flying into the air. I guess it happens sometimes, but yeah, I like this, that you can pick people up and throw them overboard if you want. The falling physics are a little weird, so they fall slowly, but you know, it's still pretty funny. So let's see if we can't find another ship. I wish we could find like some more pirates. I like to fight the pirates. There is no difference between all the different ships besides just sizes. And like I said, I don't think merchant ships fight back, but that's, you know, why would you fight them anyway? They don't got anything. Merchant ships are always small. I don't think I've found a big merchant ship. And you want to fight a bigger ship because they have bigger stuff. As you saw, that ship had like 3 chests, where if you fought a smaller ship, it'd have like 1 chest. So you're getting less materials and loot and all that from smaller ships. It's really not worth it. But that's an interesting ship over there. It's got some interesting sail. I'm not sure what that is. And I'm not close enough for Icarus to tell us. Icarus is the eagle. He's like your eagle friend. They call this assassin, they're like the eagle bear. You know, like in the Fallout games, you got like the lone wanderer or the courier. In this game, you're the eagle bear, which is actually a pretty cool name. Oh, it's a mercenary. Okay. A level 35. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, you run into mercenaries every once in a while. You have to have a bounty, where you look down in the bottom. You see I do have a bounty. Basically, you get bounties from doing different stuff, and that's one of the cooler features in this game. I like the bounties. So let's go ahead and attack this guy. We're getting some good hits in there. I guess he was not ready for the fight. He knew we were here, but he's like, maybe they'll come in quietly, they'll surrender, we won't have to shed blood. Oh, no, they're attacking us. So no, yeah, fall back, plan, attack. I see that in this game, I don't remember it being something they do a lot in Black Flag, but in this game, they really do try and get that ram off there. They really like the ram move, and they'll spam that. They'll like to get you with that. I'm not sure why that is, but it is what it is. So, yeah, it's pretty funny to see a mercenary come at you, because usually when you fight them, you're like out in the woods or maybe in the city or something, and it's just one of them. Sometimes he'll bring like a friend with him, but not like a person friend. Like usually it's like an animal they'll bring with them, like a bear or a wolf or something. I've seen one bring a lion, but yeah, usually it's not like that. But you see them in here, and I guess it's like technically these are all mercenaries, so it's kind of like only one of them's important, the golden one. But it's funny to fight this many mercenaries at once. I don't know. It's funny to me, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the mercenary stuff. It is pretty sweet. I like it. The daggers are pretty sweet too. But yeah, the mercenaries, I think it's a great feature. Hopefully it's a feature that returns, because it is pretty cool. Oh, this dude's coming over here. He wants some action. There was a block. There's a parry into block. I don't know if you can just block. I think it always is pretty much parry. So now we're down to this guy. This is the last guy. And as you can see, you basically, when they have a shield, it's extra bad, because when you hit someone with a shield with a heavy attack, it always stuns them, because it's like how you get damage in. And basically you keep attacking them like that, and you force them into basically attacking you with an overcharge ability like that, like a Spartan kick. And if you can parry that, you know, or if you can't parry it, but if you can dodge out of the way of that, you can, you know, essentially do a fight and take no damage. Especially when you have friends with you like we do. We're basically ganging up. This is my lieutenants. Right here you can see the majority of our staff on the ship is assassin. I have an all-female assassin crew, which is pretty cool. Guess we'll get the bow out. Somebody's got some fire arrows, which is pretty sweet. I like the bow. I don't like to use the bow in combat. It feels, I don't know, that doesn't feel right. Something about it feels weird, but it does work. Not that it's not implemented well. It actually works perfectly. I feel like it's integrated into the combat, right? I just feel like in other medias, if you ever watch like a TV show or something, I don't know, like full-on close quarters combat doesn't feel right with a bow. It feels better to be, like, you've seen him in it. Like, it's kind of similar to like the John Wick thing, where, you know, he's running, he's gunning, he's all over the place. It's close quarters combat. Every other guy he kills is him grabbing a hold of him, flipping him over via the arm, broken arm, elbow combo, and then he shoots him in the face. That happens like all the time in that show, and I love it. It's great, but you know, that is what happens. But something about it, it does feel weird. I gotta admit, it does feel a little bit weird to be fighting so close with the bow. You know, it is at its best, I'd say, when you're doing a stealthy approach. I have a move that, like, basically you throw down a flashbang, and then you can, like, run away while they're blinded and, you know, shoot them from a bush. And usually the go-to strategy for them is to rush you, and if you can hit them before they get to you during their rush, they'll usually fall back. They'll usually retreat and try and find cover. And then, if you're lucky, you can get some good shots on them from cover while they're in cover. It's because they don't know where you're at. They're rushing you, but they're really just rushing your, you know, assumed position. They don't actually know where you're at. But, yeah, I'd say that's the best way to do it. And if you have a move like I do, it's one of the later moves in the game. It might be the final move. This isn't spoilers. This is you know, general perk stuff. You know, I mean, if anything, this is a tip. It's tips and tricks. Let you know how to do good in the Assassin's Creeds. Not that I'm an expert. I'm just telling you what's working for me. Oh, and I'm getting killed a lot. I'm taking damage. I'm getting hit a lot. So let's soften them up a little bit more. I like to do this, especially when you're not in, someone's not actively fighting you. They're fighting like the crew or whatever. You know, just get some good hits in there. Let's see, fight this guy. Oh, both came at me right there, but that's okay. We're all right. Oh, we're doing it. I gotta remember to do the poison. That's like a must. That's a must for these the daggers. I'm using daggers where you can spam heavies. It'll help you to get those bigger hits in. But yeah, it looks like it's down to this guy. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, there's a move you can get with the bow where you can basically shoot through anything, and that's a pretty good move to use with the strategy that I just laid out. This dude's actually putting up a pretty good fight with his shield combo, his shield spear combo. I don't think you can use shields in this game. I feel like I've seen that in like a demo or something, like a trailer for this game before it came out, but I wasn't super involved with the launch of this game, so maybe I'm just misremembering. You know what? Actually, I probably thinking of Assassin's Creed Origins. I've never played that game because I just didn't think it had a good emphasis on stealth. And that's what I was saying earlier. I was talking crap about these newer Assassin's Creed games. I'm kind of eating my words a little bit now because this one's actually pretty good. You know, there is an emphasis on other things, but there is still a pretty big emphasis on stealth. It basically comes down to you and what you're feeling. You know, if you want to rush in, you can, or if you don't want to, you know, there is some good option. You know, there's some amazing options for stealth. You basically get to pick what you want to do, and it's something similar. I'd say the general set. Oh, there's a guy over here I didn't even realize. I'd say the general setup is kind of something like Syndicate. We were getting swarmed there, and I'm watching our health go down, so I was like, standby mode. My voice going into standby while I try and deduce what we should be doing, which was attack. We should be attacking. But yeah, it's something like Syndicate, where it's like Evie is the sneaky one and the cool one, and then you have Jacob, which is slightly less cool than Evie, but still pretty, you know, he's cool. Not as cool. But he's like the fighter one, and most of his, they have like different perk trees, and like his perks are more geared towards the fighting stuff, where Evie's perk, she has like a full-on cloaking ability perk, which is very nice. I like to play with her most of the time. There were some missions where you had to pick Jacob, but unless I had to, I played as Evie. And it's kind of like that in this game, but like wrapped into one character. You have two characters to pick from, but they're pretty much identical. I've heard some argue that one plays the part better than the other, but I don't really think it matters. It's basically whatever you want. I picked Kassandra because it was like, how often you get to play a female in an Assassin's Creed game? So I was like, yeah, you know, we'll go with that. That's pretty cool. Basically Syndicate and one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games, Liberation, and that's pretty much it, I think. Besides this one, of course. But yeah, basically, depending on the perks you pick, you kind of pick how you engage in encounters, whether, you know, you go full on fighting mode or you go in stealthy, and, you know, even if you get into a fight, your plan is to fall back and try and regain the element of surprise, which is usually what I do. You know, if I get into a fight, I'll try and damage them a little bit. If it's looking good, I'll stick around. If not, I know my bow is my strongest weapon, so I'll fall right back, you know, use a flashbang, fall back into the shadows, or usually just a bush or a strub of some sort, like a really large strub. And yeah, that's my go-to plan. Got the critical on them again. I'm assuming that's what it is. I don't know. They never explain it. You just left to figure it out on your own. The loading screens are super helpful in this game, and they explain a lot of stuff that the game don't. But yeah, I'm assuming that's what that is. That's what's going on there. Basically, you're getting like a critical on them. You're like taking out some of their men. They're taking heavy losses. I don't know. Whoa, I did not think I grabbed this ship. I thought for sure we were going to grab the ship. I mean, we were super close, and this is a smaller ship than us, so you think like getting across wouldn't have been that big of a deal. I do wish you did a finisher on every guy. Like, you could kind of set that up in Syndicate. You didn't always do a finisher on every guy, but you could set it up where like you did a finisher on multiple guys. I like that. I wish that would return, but you know, at the same time, I think it's kind of cool that's a Syndicate specific feature. You know, give you some reason to play Syndicate. You know, also the Fight Club. Everybody loved the Fight Club in Syndicate. I think they have a similar mode or similar something in this game called the Arena, but I have not visited it yet. I'm a little bit less than halfway through the game, I'd say, if I had to guess. I'm not totally sure. That looks like a pirate ship, so I guess we'll, go over there and attack them. Usually you can tell by, like, the sails. Black sails is pirates, usually, obviously. Multicolored sails, or white, is merchant, like that. That's merchant. And then Spartans are red, and Athenians are blue, and we saw a yellow one earlier. That was mercenary. So yeah, you get the mercenaries in once in a while. I have 3 bars. Oh yeah, I have three like bars worth of mercenaries on me. I get what that's from now. It's because we're attacking the Spartans in Athens. If you just attack them outright like that, you'll get more and more bounty on you, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, pirates, like I said, will attack you out of the gate regardless. They're not going to wait for you. I don't know if we can hit them from here with spears. No, it doesn't look like it. You can hold the button down and manually aim spears like this, and you can get a little bit extra, but I usually don't bother. I don't think it makes that big of a difference in the heat of the moment. Basically, use arrows if they're too far away. If not, then you can hit them with the javelin. But always try and get the fire off. As soon as you see some gold down there at the bottom or some yellow, definitely get the fire. Those are fire arrows. You definitely want to get those off. So it looks like we're attacking the pirates here. Let me see if I can't change my weapons. Maybe I can. Well, I can't while I'm in the thing. I guess we'll go back to the staff. The staff is my favorite. I think the daggers might be the best because you can cheese it, really well. But to be honest, I think my favorite is the staff. I just really like it. I think it's pretty cool. In particular, just this staff. This is the shepherd's staff. Really just this staff, to be honest. All the other staffs look a little bit weird. They all play the same. And from that standpoint, I like all the staffs. Oh, that dude punched me right in the face. I didn't know what he was doing. He was just running at me. So I was like, maybe I can parry it or whatever. But I was not ready for what he was dishing out. But yeah, they all play the same. All the staffs play the same, regardless of looks. But I just like the staffs. It's like a fast hitting weapon. And at the same time, it also has some really good reach. And I think my second favorite is probably the spear for the same reason, where you can attack somewhat fast, like mediumly fast with the spear, but the biggest thing is it has really good reach, probably the best reach, and then second is the staff. But I like the middle ground that the staff has. Plus, I'm a big fan of the Teen Titans Robin, and I like to live out my Teen Titans Robin fantasies in Assassin's Creed games, or any game really when allowed. And he was like a heavy staff user when he wasn't using his boots. Usually he'd go in with some jujitsu kicks first, but then if it got a little bit heated, he had to pull out a weapon, go to shuriken, then if that didn't work, back up staff, or vice versa, depending on the situation. He liked to mix it up. He mixed it up quite a bit. All the other Titans, it was basically the same thing. It was like arm cannon, cyborg, star bolts from Starfire, turn into some weird animal that doesn't help out a whole lot. Beast Boy, God bless though, God bless, we love him. But yeah, not a big help. And then Raven, it was always Limgardium Leviosa or something like that. Or no. It was what was it? What did she always say? I've watched the show, and I've heard her say it so many times. How do I not remember? Plus, she's like one of my favorite characters. Azrioth Metreon Zenthos, that's what it was, or something like that. I might have said it backwards, but it is something that looks like a mercenary over there. See, red sail. I think like odd colored sails like that are some type of mercenary. I don't know if I said that earlier when I was trying to say something about the yellow sail. We saw a yellow sail, and I was like, that's mercenary. That's what that is. So look, we sunk that guy. That's the worst outcome, where you just shoot him like that. That's not what you want to do, because you'll get the least out of it from that. Oh, there's multiple dudes. They got multiple angles here. So let's try and finish this dude off. There we go. And we'll use them for health if need be. Let's see if we can't. They're not in range for the other thing. I want to get some speed going, guys. Put some row in there. They're not in range for the fire javelins, which is what I was trying to do, but yeah. That's okay. That's okay. We know what we're doing. This is going to be a pretty sweet fight. Mercenaries are in general a lot stronger. As you can see, they're usually about the same level as you, sometimes higher, sometimes lower, but mostly higher. As you can see, they're doing pretty good. This is about an even fight. That other guy hasn't gotten super involved yet. And I could probably be parrying a little bit more to help out. Just hit this guy, we'll hit this guy a little bit. I need to be getting back over to our friend over there in case our health gets too low. Let's see, throw the fire javelins before they get too far away. This dude's gonna try and ram us, but that's okay. I'm not scared about it because we're gonna do the boarding thing, and it'll negate his attack. See, he pulls off. He's like, no, that ain't honorable. They're boarding. We can't do it. It's not honorable. Yeah, because mercenaries are super honorable. I don't know if you knew this, but yeah, super. I mean, at least Kassandra is. At least, you know, you get to pick how they play. You can be a jerk to some people with the conversation stuff or whatnot. I'm usually a good person. So let's go here, get in on this person. But yeah, I was trying to talk about our general staff, our crew. And you see, I got like assassins, all female assassins. That was something you could pick up pretty cool from the Ubisoft store. Basically, I picked them up and never changed. They're like my favorite all-female assassins crew. They seem pretty cool. Assassins are cool, and then like all-female, that also seemed pretty cool. So see if we can't ram these people. But yeah, you also see we have some other people on the deck. Those are our lieutenants, and they give us different, you know, buffs and stuff like that. Where did that other mercenary go? Oh, there it is. So let's go ahead and board this guy too, because we're at half health. And but yeah, they give us different buffs, and they'll usually jump over, and they do a pretty good job during the boarding party stage of the fight. There's a ton of mercenaries over here. Got a ton of these guys to fight. That's okay, because we are professionals. We know what we're doing. Looks like this is the big bad, so we might stay away from him. Not that I'm scared to fight him, it's just like, it's wiser to like take out the little ones first, and then have your crew pretty much gang up on the big guys. Plus, I'm trying to spread the wealth of poison around here. See, you fill up the bars at the top when there's like a white ring around them. That's how you know you filled it up to the max. And they'll start taking more damage from your attacks, and they'll start taking poison damage over time, which is really nice. We hit that guy right in the mouth. That probably really sucked. At least for him, anyway. And I'm taking a lot of damage. So let's try to slow up on the damage. Maybe we can get some good arrow shots in here. Maybe not. I'm like, I can't see where he's at. There's someone else over here too, I think. Or no, wait. Odessa. That's her name, Odessa. She's pretty sweet. I think she dealt with the other ones. But yeah, we were pretty low on health, so I'm trying to fall back a little bit and let them do a little bit of the magic. Plus, I'm best with the bow. Like I said, I basically put all my skill points into bow-related or stealth-related stuff. Unfortunately, my aim doesn't, you know, improve at all with the amount of perks I invest. My aim still always pretty much sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess we'll get in here and we'll try and fight now. He's gonna try and do... He's jumping around a lot. He's using, like... What's he got? Like, some type of fire grenade? I wish we could get some grenades. That'd be a cool thing to bring back from Assassin's Creed Revelations. They had, like, grenades. Or bombs. They call them bombs. It was, like, basically grenades. I mean, I guess I can't call them grenades because not all of them exploded. Some of them were like smoke grenades or whatever. But then again, smoke grenades are still grenades. So you know what? I wonder what the difference is between, like, what is the difference between grenade and bomb? Like, usually you think bomb and it's like C4 or something like that. Some type of plastic explosive, not like a throwable item. And even though you can throw C4, GTA has proven that. But like, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let's get my sword out. We'll get a sword out and a heavy weapon, and we'll get out my spear, and we'll switch our weapons up a little bit. We've been using these too much. I like them, but we've been using them too much. And let's see. Let's put the trident. We'll put the trident right here. I like the trident, especially when you're doing like sea battles and stuff. It seems like a pretty good thing. We'll go with the sword. I think the sword might be the worst, but that's just me. Mainly because it isn't as fast as the daggers and it don't do nearly as much damage as literally anything else. So, but I do like the trident. It's a spear, so that's the category it falls into. It's pretty sweet. I like it a lot. Is there still another mercenary? That's what I thought. I was like, we haven't killed both of them yet. So I guess you don't get full health from taking dudes out. Is that another mercenary? Who the heck is that? That might be an Athenian. I can't... Aetherians. I can't see... No, it is a mercenary. Okay. Well, let's try and parry some more. Usually I don't parry because I'm too busy trying to fight. But yeah, I guess it would be wise to do some parry action. When you see it like light up red like that, that means they're about to fire. So you can parry. These two guys are firing quite a bit at us though. Or there's two of them. Oh, they're both firing at us. I need to swing it around and really get at this other guy over here, because he's the weaker of the two. So let's try and get a ram in on this guy, and then we'll follow up with some fire arrows and fire javelins. These dudes are actually putting a pretty good dent into us. I guess you can hold out while your guys recharge a little bit. I think the glowing spots are weak areas for them. We're taking some massive hits here though. This is actually a pretty close fight. I don't know if I've ever had it this close. We got him in a little bit of a bad way right here, but we're doing okay. Taking a lot of damage. I think we almost got them dudes though. If we can just get over there and board them before these dudes kill us, then I think we'll be okay. That was close. Our health was so low. Hopefully we get some good health back. But yeah, probably want to ease up on the Athens and the Spartans though, because like I said, you can get the bounties on you, and then that can kind of suck, especially you get a whole bunch of them on you. I'd say 2. You don't want any more than 2. Other than that, it can get pretty messy, because usually, like I said, fighting these dudes can be really tough. So you want to make sure you're not getting yourself overran by them. Now when we're on the ship, we usually do okay, because we got the help of the team here to help us out, so it usually isn't too bad. See, this is what I was talking about with the spear. The range is really good, and the attack and damage is really good. I like it. I should be mixing in the poison effect a little bit. Oh, there's that punch again, but that's okay. The punch doesn't do massive damage. The spear does do massive damage though. Way better than a punch. Odessa stole my kill there. I think that's Odessa. Actually, that might be another person. No, that's Odessa right there in the black, in the red robe combo. She's honing her assassin there. Just the big guy left. The other ones, they also have names. Like all the characters have names, which is pretty cool. Like all the enemies have names. I don't know where they get all these names. I haven't seen a repeat name yet either. I'm not sure how they do it, but it is pretty cool. I don't check everybody's names, so maybe there is some repeat. Oh, we got a Scarlet Dawn sale. That's pretty cool. You usually don't get stuff like that. You usually don't get stuff like, is that another mercenary right there? Who do we got? Maybe that was, yeah, okay, that's the one we were fighting that was almost killing us before. Okay, take the helm. Take it. Hold on, how much health we got? Man, we are really low on health. Let's see if we can't stay in the front of this guy. I'm not too worried about a ram. Maybe I should be. These guys might get us. They're doing some massive damage. Yeah, these dudes might get us, because we're taking too much damage. We definitely can't take another ram. Oh no, they got us. That was so close too. Dang you, mercenaries. Dang you. That was bound to happen eventually. I mean, I basically, was coming out here and attacking everyone for fun, and that builds up your mercenary meter, and that was just bound. Yeah, that was bound to happen eventually. Yeah. Pretty cool. We held out as long as we could. We did what we could, We took out some pirates, some Athens. I think we fought a Spartan, or maybe 2. I don't remember. Yeah, maybe 1. At least 1. We lasted as long as we could in the all ships battle royale. But eventually, you keep attacking Athens or Spartans, and you'll get the mercenary meter up, and they'll just gang up on you like they did there. We had like 2 come at us at once. Then when we killed one, another one showed up. And you don't regain full health like I thought from boarding ships. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We'll end it off there, I guess. I'll tell you what, we'll end it off on a high note. We'll go and we'll fight these pirates, and then we'll call it. That'll be it. The Athenians look like they're getting in on the action of the pirates too. So hopefully we don't hit them in the crossfire, and then they'll want to attack us, because then we'll have to deal with them too, and that won't be, that won't be as fun. Let's see if we can't, gang up on the pirates with the Athenian. Really watch. This dude's dancing in front of us like crazy. There we go. So let's get the pirates here. I think I attacked the Athenian there on accident, but that's okay. That's okay. If we have to fight them, we have to fight them. If not, it is what it is. But here, we will definitely board them though. I like the pirates. They're pretty cool. I like the pirates. I don't know if their ships look a whole lot different, but I like the pirates. I definitely like to fight them, because there is no repercussions, basically. You're not going to get mercenaries on you from killing pirates. And the pirates, it's guilt-free. You don't have to feel guilty about it. you know, depending on how you feel on the situation of the war. Do I have the daggers equipped still? I think I do. Yeah, and then, what is this? Oh yeah, it's my staff. Huh. That's weird. I wonder why I did that. How far did it put us back? I wonder if it like took away all the progress we did. I thought we would have got like an autosave there at some point, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. The coolest item we got was that sail. Like I said, I've never seen that before, and then that's not that big of a deal because, you know, I probably wouldn't have equipped it anyway. I really like it. I like my sail. I like all the different sails, but I like mine. It's the Babylonian sail. I just like the color. It's a nice color. So I think there is one pirate ship left. And I think it was a semi-large one too. Black Flag taught me all the names, like a schooner and like a warship and all that. But I can't remember. I mean, it's been so long, I can't remember all their names anymore. But that right there is something that does bug me. There's like two guys that hang out right beside where you take control of the ship, and I always talk to them on accident trying to like take control of the ship. So that gets on my nerves a little bit. Now there's a ton of pirates over here. I guess we'll take out this one, and then we'll call it. We'll call it. We'll take this guy. Whoa, man, we did a ton of damage to him. We're really helping the Athenians out. They should be paying us, right? Oh, that dude's got a health bar. Maybe. No. Okay, no, it was because we were aiming at him. That's where the health bar came in. So let's see. I guess we'll end it. I wanted to show off some of the different weapons, but you know, we got taken out. Couldn't be helped. And we're in combat now, so I can't show it off. But, you know, at least you get to see the staff, which is pretty cool. And you use it a lot like Robin would, too. You know, really fast, cool swings, stuff like that. So, let's get in here. We'll take out these dudes, swing the staff around a little bit. Maybe we can get the final hit. That'd be nice. Because if you do the final hit, the final guy, when he dies, he gets, like, his own special death animation, which is pretty sweet. Looks like it's this guy. Okay, there was one guy left. So let's do a flashbang. Flashbang, I like that. You can do a flashbang anytime you want and get some cheap hits in. Oh, we knocked him off. So, well, yeah, we health restore for the ship. Yeah, that's great. We at least we dealt the blow. We did take him down. It was us that did it. That was pretty cool. I like it. If you like Black Flag, you'll probably like this game. And my biggest complaint was like I thought there wasn't an emphasis on stealth, but basically what it is there's not a big emphasis on anything. You get to pick what you have the emphasis on, which is kind of nice. I mean, I still like the older Assassin's Creeds better, but this one's also pretty nice. It's pretty nice, especially if it's got a nice blend of Assassin's Creeding and Black Flagging, which I felt like Assassin's Creed Black Flag was a good game, but not a good Assassin's Creed game, because you know, the plot mostly revolved around the pirates, and the gameplay mostly revolved around ships and stuff. Is this guy gonna hit us? What's his deal? Everybody wave over to Athenians. But yeah, this game, you know, it's pretty heavy on at least the backstory stuff. I'm not going into spoilers or anything, but like the ancient civilization stuff, which I think is the backbone, like of the Assassin's Creed stuff. Mostly the assassins. But then the assassins, what are they always trying to do? Get involved with like ancient civilization stuff. So yeah, but that's neither here nor there. We were just here, you know, we're hanging out on the boat, enjoying some shanties. Oh yeah, I should have totally showed you guys. One of my lieutenants, another thing you could get was Evie Fry. She's giving us a real bad angle right there. It doesn't actually look like Evie Fry. It's just someone like wearing her clothes. They do say it is Evie Fry, but I doubt they pulled the model because it just doesn't look like her to me. I mean, her clothes, that's definitely her outfit. But I think they just pulled the clothes, not the model from Syndicate. Still pretty cool. Another one you could get if you liked Assassin's Creed Origins, there was Bayek and Aya, his girlfriend, I think, from the game. Like I said, I've never played it because I didn't think it had a good emphasis on stealth. And the trailer really said, you know, that really, you know, set it in stone for me. That really did it for me. Because, like, they have him using the Predator shot move, and that's in this game, and that just seems a little bit too immersion breaking for me. And a lot of what he was doing was just getting into fights. They didn't show a lot of stealth stuff. I don't know. All I know is I would recommend Odyssey. I think it's a pretty good game. There's a lot of things to like about it. Mercenaries, you know, pretty sweet. Boat combat, pretty awesome. and the stealth mechanics in the game are pretty wicked. But yeah, I guess that's gonna do it. So hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I'll talk to you later.